Hello everyone, my name is Dev Zoran and today I shall be the storyteller of today's adventure that takes place in the magical realm of Faerun, filled with tales of heroes, magic and danger. So welcome, this is Baldur's Gate 3, the legend of the Halfling Ranger. Our story starts in the character creation where... What the? Reset tutorials? Of course not! Get out of here! Nobody wants you! Go! Shush! Get away! So, our story starts in the character creation where we spend godly amount of time to get the perfect hero that we need, looking the best, beautiful, glorious as ever. Like this fella over here. Look at him. Doesn't he look like Legolas with a potato nose? And the hero of the story is finished. Everyone say hello to Gelb Merryshoot, a halfling ranger who knows how to handle animals and also shoot an arrow with a deadly accuracy. Our hero wakes up in the Nautiloid that has taken a sightseeing trip in the Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells. Getting out of the weird pod and seeing how devastated the ship looks, he knows he needs to get out of this ship. While our short hero is looking for any clues that might help him escape from this doomed ship, he managed to rescue a strange-looking brain puppy, who is ushering our hero to go to the helm and help his mind flayer masters. On their way towards the helm, our hero runs into a green-skinned, silver-armored warrior who is ready to chop our hero in half.
This is your end.
After talking and mending mind waves together, this warrior sees that our small hero is not working for the mind flayers, so she suggests that 2 of them travels together from this point on. Well, hello there, and thanks for not chopping me in half. Who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Well, nice to meet you, Miss My Only Chance of Survival. My name is Gelb Merryshoot. The warrior lady tells that their first assignment is to kill the small imps that are standing between them and the helm. After dealing with the smallest and the weakest things that Avernus can offer our party, according to my knowledge, our heroes make their way forward and find themselves in another weird examination room, where someone seems to be stuck inside a pod, hammering against the lid and crying, begging to be released.
You! Get me out of this damn thing!
We have no time for stragglers.
Yeah, this model does not have this opening switch as mine did.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Our hero starts looking around the console but can't find any open lid button. Instead, he finds an empty socket. So he won't waste a moment to think. He dashes to the action and starts searching for the missing thing. After a small moment of searching, he finds a illithid rune that seems to look like it could fit to the console and rushes back. Arriving back to the console, Gelb inserts the alien rune and the machine comes to life. With a sudden nudge from the small alien noodle, our hero is able to command the console to open the pod and free the person inside.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Yeah, she dangerous, but still need her help to survive, you know. And she knows how to swing a sword.
Fair point.
The young lady tells her name is Shadowheart, and before they continue their plan to escape, she grabs something from the pod and really tries to hide it, whatever it is.
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
The party is now a 3-person task force, so they move forward to the helm, where mind flayers and devils are having a Friendship Without Borders exercise in full motion. Friends, eat each other's brains, right? One of the mind flayer orders our hero to connect the tentacles so the Nautiloid can escape the first layer of hells.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
With the scary lady's kind words, party fight their way to the transponder. Arriving at the transponder, Gelb makes a quick work of connecting the tentacles together right before getting barbecued by a red dragon. The ship vanishes into a wormhole like Doctor Who's TARDIS. Nautiloid makes quite an entrance when it warps to Faerun, blazing, and is falling apart in mid-flight. The light show also gathers attention from the locals that are living in the area. Inside the Nautiloid, our hero tries to keep up his balance, but is thrown around the ship. Before anything else would go wrong, he has a staring contest with our kidnapper. Sadly, he loses because this ship favors mind flayers. Gelb falls unconscious. Right before hitting the ground and splatting like a watermelon, he is saved by someone who has something stored for his future. Where? Oh! My head. Gelb. Coffee. Gelb.
Coffee's ready.
After waking up on a huge nightmare, Gelb Merryshoot clears his mind and checks if everything is still intact before beginning to look around if anyone else survived the crash. While searching for survivors, our hero sees the cleric Shadowheart laying on the sand like a princess waiting for an ogre to rescue her. Even though our hero is not handsome as an ogre, he decides to be the knight in a shining armor and wake up the lady by shaking her roughly.
How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
After that recap, they check their surroundings and seems that they are in Sword Coast, but where is a totally different question. But top priorities are that they should look for a shelter, supplies, and a possible healer who could remove these weird antennas from their skulls. So the duo decides to work together in order of having higher chances of survival and meeting their goals. Before the duo embarks on a journey of their lifetime, Shadowheart wants to thank our hero for releasing her from the pod. It would have been too easy for him to walk by and just leave her in her doom. After looking around for supplies for possible camp, the party encounters some intellect devours that are quickly taken care of with some holy magic and arrows. Continuing searching of supplies, our hero sees a silver-haired elf in distress, telling that he has one of those brain things cornered in the bush.
There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Our sharpshooter hero tells the elf to take care of the thing by himself and starts to walk away.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
So the man sneaks up and grabs our hero and puts a dagger to his throat. With a small but a quick change of balance, our hero breaks free from the pale elf's grip and rolls away from him. The elf tells that he saw Gelb running around the ship while he was stuck inside a pod, and accuses him to be working with the Squidwards. By using the power of mind weave mending and Wi-Fi connection, our hero is able to convince the elf that he is not working with the weird tentacle freaks.
What was that? What's going on?
Ah yes, you also seem to receive the nice little welcoming gift from the evil tentacle people who put a worm inside your eye.
The worm? Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Apologies accepted. Only I would have done it with my arrows and not using a dagger like you.
A kindred spirit.
The elf tells his name is Astarion. He was in Baldur's Gate when the recruitment party came in and started to offer a part-time job as a tentacle freak in next to a... You know, let's just leave it there. Yeah, and if we don't get rid of these worms, they'll turn us into Squidwards and make us work in the nearest burger restaurant with minimal wage as possible.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect?
Well, that's rude.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right, I accept. Lead on.
Now the party of three continues their search of supplies. They find a mind flayer that is buried beneath the rubble and is almost at death's door. Having a mind battle, our hero overcomes the thing's power and do a little stamp of happy on its head, letting the thing out of its misery and pain.
Death is too good for it.
After that judgment, party finds dead goblins and decides to follow the trail that they left behind and finds an unstable portal. Getting closer for taking a good look, our hero decides to do the thing that you wouldn't do with an unstable magical object and touch it. After getting some little zapped on the fingers, a hand pops up from the portal.
A hand? Anyone?
Yeah, sure. High five, man.
Ow! Perhaps I should have clarified? A helping hand? Anyone?
Feeling confident, our hero grabs the arm and starts to pull. Putting all his strength on the pull, a robed man flies out from the hole.
Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
Oh, you mean introductions? Or how to get stuck in a side weird glyph portal?
At magic.
Oh yeah, sorry boy, can't help you with that.
Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Yeah, I was. Well, never mind that. How on earth did you survive the free fall?
I found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
Well, me boy, sit back, cause I have a story to tell you. Whoa, oh god, oh my god. Wow, what did I do wrong?
Bro, you connected the wrong transponder. Now the system is overloading. Come back and fix your mistake.
And that was how I steered the ship down and win the war and also clear the peace to all 9 realms.
That vast burning wreckage behind you somewhat contradicts your story, but here you stand. So who am I to argue?
Gale also wants to confirm that did our small hero get a nice depart gift from the ship's owners that would turn Gelb and the others into squid faces in a matter of days.
You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Nah, never were good with that fancy stuff, but I can order a bear bite your behind if you really want to.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction.
The wizard suggests that he could tag along and help to find a way to get rid of these unwanted freeloaders and heal the whole party. Which the whole group welcomes the wizard, because we need the all-power glass cannon who could just in a small room bombard everybody with a fireball. The party now full with 4 members, the group continues scouting ahead, finding 2 tieflings criticizing caged Lizelle, who doesn't seem to be happy about the current status she's in.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Our hero feels the connection forming between him and the Githyanki warrior and hears her commanding voice.
Get rid of them.
Gelb uses his silver tongue, barely succeeds the role of deception, and tells the tieflings that he and his crew will take care of this dangerous thing.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast, you say? Care to be more specific, perhaps?
You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Yeah, no, maybe. Hey, where's your camp? I think I need a healer. Rolling the dice for persuasion check, and this time hitting the high number, thank God. Our small hero asks politely where this camp might be located.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Gelb, I'm a bird, I'm a bird.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Can you say please?
Never.
Alright, have it your way then. After 2 precise shots on the bottom of the cage, Lyzel is free and welcoming our hero with open arms and smile on her face.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
You know, simple thank you would be pretty good, and it's not that hard to say.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
That might be the best thank you that I'm ever gonna get out of that mouth of yours. Well, alright. Tag along and so we can find this creche that you're talking about.
You're full up. Dismiss someone first.
Oh yeah, so it seems. You know what? Go and wait in our camp, so we'll talk this later, okay?
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
After recruiting the very scary-looking woman, party keeps going and comes to an old ruins, realizing they are not the only ones who thinks this place needs to be investigated.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone! But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship.
And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we...
Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
We don't mean you any harm, we just want to look around, see things, is that okay?
First you look, then you touch, then you take. The only thing we're sharing with you is our pointy ends. Get him!
With the "we were here first" declaration, party has no choice to put an end to these looters. Using precisely placed trap, sneak attack from afar, and holy magic and arrow combo to finish the last of the group. After the battle, party searches through the dead looters for necessary items and money, and then heads to the camp to take the long rest that they need. Before settling in for the night, our hero goes and have a chat with Lyzel, who reminds our short hero about the ticking time bomb that is living rent-free in their head, so finding the creche is really important. Shadowheart also wants to remind our short hero not to trust the Githyanki for seeing our hero's kindness as a weakness, ending the conversation that they should rest up and start searching for a healer on the morning. After a good rest, spell slots and health restored, party continues looking through the courtyard and finds a wooden door at the end of it and goes and investigate this.
Why do you give a book? Everything alright out there?
Our small hero tries to lie to the person on the other side, but seems that Lady Luck is not on his side when it comes to dice rolls.
Yeah, and who are you? Probably your trap that did him in. Come through that door and you're getting a knife in the guts.
With feeling of dare and challenge, our hero takes his lock-picking tools and starts to pick the lock. The dice favors him with a high number and thus the door is open. Stepping through the door, party immediately activates a trap. Just love the worm welcoming gifts. After a small period of patching themselves up, the group notice that they have landed to a place that has a table filled with all kinds of food. Without thinking twice, our party just grabs all the food because you don't want that to get spoiled. After collecting all the goodies, the party decides to make their presence known to the bandits beyond the door by throwing a spike bomb and commencing battle. Combatant Astarion starts by shooting an arrow through the doorway with help of Gale's time-bending magic to hit the target. Following up, Gelb Merryshoot throws a void bomb to get enemy group nice and close. What a move! Looter shoots an explosive arrow in the center of the group, engulfing them in flames. Following up, an arrow that hits the wizard. Next up is Cleric Shadowheart, who shoots a guiding bolt to the attacker's face, burning the target to a crispy corpse. And also heals Gale a bit so he won't be too close to death's door. Looter run through the fire, setting himself ablaze to just poke Astarion. Wizard Gale has a sneaky trick. He puts one of the looters to sleep with a spell. We take a quick break to tell you about the subscription button. Yes, the one button you should press if you haven't already. But wait, there is more. Ring that cute little bell to get notified the next video is uploaded or when the next live stream is happening. Now, let's get back to the field of battle! We return as Gale is greasing up the looters to make them engulf in a sea of burning grease. And it looks like the bandits want to keep the flames all themselves. With the last spell slot, Gale puts 2 of the looters to sleep, so that Astarion and Gelb have easier to take them down one by one. The last looter gets burned by holy flames and fireballs, and that is the end of the looters group. Well done, adventurers! After the party gathered the necessary supplies and loot, they moved forward and came to a study hall. Quickly glancing around, Gelb finds an interesting looking lever and... Yep, just pull the thing without giving it a second thought, buddy. Hearing something opening up, the group runs towards the sound's location and finds another corridor that has a door on the end of it. The party goes through the door and finds a dank crypt. Looking around possible valuables to take with, our ranger opens a huge door and finds a sarcophagus inside. Quickly looking around for traps, by failing every check to see any of them, our short hero gets close to the sarcophagus, opens it, and quickly snatches everything and makes a run for the door. Running out of the danger room as fast as his little legs can and closing the door behind him. Right before... Yeah, that could have ended up badly. Leaving the possible death room behind them, the group tries another door that Gelb seems to snatch a key that unlocks it. Looking around the big room filled with skeletons in robes, party goes near the center and sees an interesting looking button on the wall. Without thinking, our short hero presses the button. No, it's not that bad. Oh, they just want to play. Yeah, we're The dead in the robes rise against the party, but Gelb and the group are stronger and manages to put the scholars back to rest. After a quick loot search, the group investigates the room that just opened and find a sarcophagus. Party checks the room for some valuable loot and oh hey, creepy amulet. Now that that's done, it's time to open the sarcophagus.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me, right as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Well, ain't that the right question? Well, can I ask what's the reason behind it?
Curiosity. Nothing more.
Wilt thou answer my question?
Yeah, sure I will. Oh, ask away. Please do.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
No life is worth more than the other. We're all pretty equal in my eyes.
In death, that is so. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
After that, making friends with a really creepy way encounter, party starts to look for a way out and finds a ladder that seems to take somewhere. Climbed up and out from the dank crypt, the group continues their journey towards the tieflings' camp until...
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time! By the nine hells! Open the gate! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
The battle at the gates begins. Gelb and the gang rushes to help the defenders. Both sides give a good hit to each other, but in the end, Gelb and his traveling companions comes victorious.
That was the last of them! Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
After doing the good old loot and search, party runs inside the gate and steps into a yelling contest between a man and a tiefling.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Calm down, you two. Yelling won't fix anything.
And who the hell are you again? Show some respect. This man saved your pathetic life. Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help. Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
Our small hero tries to defuse the situation before more fighting breaks out, but the dice seems to have some other plans.
Should have done that a long time ago. Arrogant prick had it out for me from day one. No one leaves my people out cold.
So you knocked him out cold instead? Clever.
Only way he shut that hole under his nose. He was right, though. Coming back to this hellhole was a mistake no amount of gold can put right. I'd rather face another round of goblins than stay in this pit.
The young man now leaving the druid's grove, party decides to go and wake up the tiefling from his beauty sleep.
Regression. A cheap shot. I should have expected that.
Yeah, that was quite a hit. You alright?
Indeed. I'll survive a sore jaw. This grove has bigger problems right now. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay here for long. Do you know there happen to be any healers or some sort?
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
Oh well, that's not good at all. Have you asked them to stop this ritual?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll go and ask her.
Really? We're messengers now.
Yes, Astarion. Yes, we are. Now shut up.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Making their way to the heart of the grove, party takes a look around of anything that looks interesting, only to find a familiar-looking face sparring with the kids.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this. You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Though if you're talking about that lovely little pleasant cruise that happened, well, a couple of hours ago, yeah, I was in there.
Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
You're not gonna pronounce that like 3 times fast, so I'm gonna go with ouch ouch hot ouch ouch don't touch me.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her fires burn common folk to ash. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mindflayer ship, but the damned illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Well, she sounds like an awesome person. I would totally love to meet her.
Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
You can go to my camp. There's also a scary lady with a huge sword keeping you company.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
After sending Will to the camp and hoping that Lysel won't be too mean towards the young lad, party continues their way to the heart, and seems that they are not the only ones who wants to talk to the head druid.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Mragrashev, or I'll rip your damn throat out! on, Magrin. Give him a chance. You, get back.
Oi, if it weren't for me, you would be overrun by goblins by now.
Keep back. Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
After getting recognized by their heroic help at the gate, party moves forward to the head druid's quarters, where the air feels a bit intense.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
Whoa, strong accusations there, lady. Now, what's the girl's real crime, if I may ask?
Girl? You mean parasite? She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
After hearing that, Gelb tries to persuade the head druid to release the girl by promising to see that she will stay out of trouble, and rolls one above the DC and succeeds the dice roll.
Very well. She may go. Break your word, and my serpent shall feed. Sif, Tila to me! Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
After that show, our hero wants to have a word with the druid.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Well, only a monster would threaten a child by...
Yes, you would say so. I know your kind. You see only villains and victims. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanas, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
About that, Zevlor believes that his people will perish on the road.
And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
Alright, I'll speak with Zevlor then.
You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
Before going to do more than speak with Zevlor, party takes a quick tour around the druid's quarters, finding a dwarf lady tending a patient.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
You sure? I can help you if you want to.
A moment. This medicatrix. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
I'm looking for Nettie.
You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you.
Well, healing, and as fast as possible, please.
Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
There's no good way to explain this. Something crawled into my eye.
Crawled in? Some sort of bug? Or... Wait, did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles.
Oh yeah, it looked like that, and it wasn't a frog.
That's a serious condition. Come, follow me. I might be able to help.
Nettie escorts the party to a study where they see a dead drow lying on the counter and some research material on the other stone table.
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
So, me and him have the same tadpole. Cool.
Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
Please, don't mind me. I'll just watch.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
Thank you. I'll take any cure that you have. Anything that might help at all.
Of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events?
Well, I fell from a flying ship, and just before I was about to hit the ground, I was saved.
Protected from on high? Sounds like the drow. Master Halsin said he was tougher than he had any right to be. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening.
The same ship where I fell out of, a mind flayer ship.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
Sure, why not? I swallow poison that I take from strangers. I do it all the time.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
You said should be changing. What do you mean by that?
Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
Well, that's good.
Could be. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
So, what do you want me to do?
The thing is, I've sent birds to find him. But the place is rotten with goblins. None of us can even get close. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
Sure, I'll go and find Halsin.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
After pocketing some stuff, party leaves to find Zevlor to discuss about helping the refugees.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it?
The best option is to leave the grove. Well, I can help you.
It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task.
Getting my hands dirty, killing some goblin leaders? Oh, count me in. I'll see what I can do.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
The group wastes no time and starts their journey to the Goblin Fortress, where they hopefully find Halfling and bring down the goblin leaders. Thank you so much for watching. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? Feel free to leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to see when the next video is being uploaded. I will see you all in the next video. Take care and bye bye!